Hey guys, Leo again here. So I'm continuing to build the house, and I'm at the phase where I'm house wrapping, right? And the question came up was which material to use. The Everbilt, which is relatively cheap. It's roughly about half the price of the Tyvek. And so I had a question, which material is really better? And is the $200 Tyvek roll, which is 9 feet by 150 feet, equivalent to the Everbilt, which is about half that price, about 100 and something, maybe cheaper. Can't tell you exactly, but the meaning of this video is different. So what I decided to do is put a piece of OSB, it's 7/16, completely dry from inside, and what I decided to do is cut out 2 pieces of the wrap, pour some water on it, let it sit for about 10, 15, 20 minutes, and then see if there's any type of penetration of the water through the house wrap. So if I can make like an anatomical analogy, right? If the frame and the insulation is essentially like the bones and the meat, then the house wrap to me is like the skin, whereas the siding can be like the clothes, right? Well, some builders have told me that, hey, it doesn't matter what kind of, house wrap you use, it doesn't really play a big role. So, which is okay, I'm not judging anybody. Everybody builds how they want and how they can. But for me, I feel like I owe it to my clients and future clients to know the nature of each material, so that I'm able to provide the best possible service that I can. So without further ado, what I will do right now is place some water on both of these house wraps, and I will come back with the video in about 10 minutes. Okay, what I ended up doing was building up a little borders there inside to make these pockets that will hold the water. So what we will do now is we'll periodically keep checking them. Okay guys, it was 11:27 a.m. whenever I filled these 2 with the water. Right now it's 11:44 a.m. So it's been 17 minutes, give or take, whatever, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. That doesn't really play a huge role. I filled it with water like this, which is a lot more than it'll be exposed to on the house. But the reason why I did that is because I wanted to put some pressure on the material and see if like the nature of it would allow the water to penetrate or not. So maybe this is a little bit of a bias test, because it's not really the conditions that the material would face on the daily basis, but it shows the nature of the material itself, as if it's able to hold the water and inhibit the water penetration or not. So here I have the Tyvek house wrap, right? And if you give me a minute, I will move the box so that we could take a look. I'm trying to see, give me a second, I'll set it up. Maybe like so. This will allow you guys to see. Sorry about the bad sound. If something's wrong with the quality, forgive me. Okay. So. Okay guys, so the spot where the Tyvek was filled, same way, a whole tub of water. It's dry. You could see here, it's absolutely dry. It's not even moist. It is, so it absolutely let through 0% of the water. Everything is completely dry. I don't know if the camera can pass the image to you accurately, but essentially no water penetration to the OSB material. Now let's take a look at the Everbilt product. Let me take a look. I'll set this up here, like so. Okay, hopefully you can see. So here, literally as where I dragged it, you could see about the area where the water sat. It's wet. It's not just damp. You could see that it's actually, it let through a good bit of water. So I really wanted to just do this test to show you the difference in the material, because whenever I came into this situation, I did a similar test and I could see that Tyvek paper, in my opinion, is absolutely worth the extra money. Because during a heavy rain, imagine if it rained a whole day straight. Yes, it will not have standing water as such, but there will be a lot of water. And sure, you have the siding that stops the water, but overall the quality of the build on the house, you're gonna use an inferior product. Now, for this whole house, to house wrap, I bought two 9-foot by 150-foot rolls, right? Which was $207 a piece before tax. So that's what we're wrapping right now. So that was before tax at $207, so I'm at about $415. Plus, I got two rolls for $74. It's the 3-foot by 165 feet length rolls. So I got two of those. So say $150. So I'm at $415 plus $150. I'm at $465. And say I got 3 rolls of tape at $15 each, so 45 bucks, roughly about $625 for the material, right? For the Tyvek, for the whole house. With say Everbilt, it would cost me say half, okay? So $300. But the $300 difference in the material that's being used to wrap the house, in my personal opinion, it's not where you should be saving. So for me personally, it's a no-brainer that the Tyvek is a much superior product to the Everbilt, which is also another reason why I could not find Tyvek anywhere. It was really difficult to find the store that actually had it in stock versus the Everbilt was just everywhere. But let me just show you a little bit. We're continuing to build. These are the rolls. This one's not a full roll. We've already used some. So this was the 9-foot roll. And then that right here, this right here is a 3-foot roll. 3 by 165. So that's it. I had initially wrapped before I did the test with the Everbilt, but we wrapped just the 3-foot side here for the beam on the exterior of the front porch, because the wood, I wasn't going to be able to get under it afterwards. If I could have, I should have used Tyvek here, but it's not really gonna play a huge role because most of the time this area will be dry anyways because it's covered by a full roof. So, but live and learn, right? Not perfect, but the rest of the front of the house and the gable end will be wrapped with the Tyvek. So we've wrapped this side of the house with the Tyvek. Half of it is Home Depot, half of it Lowe's. But essentially, what we did was we used staples. Some people use the caps, right? The nails with the caps on it, the plastic ones. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews. For the city of Atlanta where I'm building, it does not require a sheathing inspection. It does not require the house wrap inspection, and it doesn't require the siding inspection. So here, I'm just doing it for myself. So I'm doing, you know, the best job that I can, but I'm not really sticking to the extremes. What I do use though are stainless steel staples by Arrow, the T50s, because they're stainless steel, so they're not gonna rust, right? I realize that the siding will eventually hold this on, but for the time being, I'm okay. A pack of 1,000 is about 15 bucks. So also there's the tape I was telling you about, $15 per roll. What I do is once I'm done wrapping, wherever I have any kind of seams, what I do here is I tape the seams. And this tape is really nice because it's really, really sticky. So I'm able to get a really good seal there. And what I will also do once I'm done is I will go through and put pieces of tape on all the staples, because wherever the staple has penetrated the home wrap, there's like 2 holes in it. So what I'll do is I'll put small pieces of tape there, and if there are any sort of minor rips or deficiencies in the product, which I could show you, like this one right here. You see, it's got a piece, this is where it overlaps, and I try to keep all my overlaps at about 6 inches, but I will repair all of my, the little imperfections. So there, it's overlapped about 6 inches. Everywhere here, it's overlapped 6 inches. Oh, another really important thing to know about well, it's pretty common sense, right? But still, I should probably say, the top, there will be a soffit on the bottom, and the roof will be, essentially, there'll be no water underneath the roof ends there. So where I ran the house wrap, it's sufficient for me, because I will have the bottom of the soffit butt into it. But you start with the bottom of the home, right? So this is a 9-foot piece, and what I ended up doing was I brought it up, and then the top piece that I ran, it overlaps on top of the bottom piece, so that if the water does get in it under the siding, it'll run down the Tyvek wrap, and it'll run on top of the lower one. So it's not going to have a place to run inside underneath the 9-foot piece. I don't know if it makes sense, but you want to overlap the pieces from the bottom, and you want to build up, so if the water does get to the top, it'll roll on the outside and it'll come down. It's the same way that the roofs are done, really. So it's a pretty standard practice in construction, but you know, I'm just throwing it out there because sometimes people just don't think about it. So it's a much better way. It's the right way to do it, essentially. So I have flashing on the bottom here, but this is pretty much all I wanted to show you on this one. So thanks for looking and for watching the videos. If you have any kind of questions regarding anything, feel free to leave a comment, and I will look into that for you, and I will do my best to reply to you with the current information and code if it applies. Okay, appreciate it, guys. See ya.